everybody. How's it going? I'm here with Mascot Chato. He's really cute. Cute little pug. And this is Kella. How's everybody doing this morning? Nice and cold. Today's, I think it's the 18th of April 18th. Oh yeah, it's cold this morning. It's still kind of. Good morning, everybody. Yes, today's April the 18th. And I'm here with our family doggies. This is Chato. That's Chella. So, Hacksaurus says, "What's up, Issy? How you doing, Hacksaurus?" Says, "What are you doing today, Holmes?" Today, I'm going to be going back to work. I'm probably going to be finishing up part of the work. We'll continue to doing the block work. I was thinking of going fishing, but I think I'm gonna go fishing tomorrow because today there's still work to be done. Buenos días, papá. ¿Cómo le va?
Bien, gracias a Dios.
Qué bien, papá.
Está bien, José, todo. Eres.
So yeah, today I was thinking of going fishing, but I gotta go to work, man. I'm actually kind of sore, but lifting up those blocks, it was real heavy, and it's not an easy task. But are you live on Instagram? Yes, I am live on Instagram down here, Hexors. I'm not live on TikTok right now because I got banned for a week on TikTok. So I'll be back live on TikTok on the 23rd because we were talking about my hard hats. And we were talking about I had a pink hat on, and then when you say the word gay on TikTok, they ban you right away. For those of you that do TikTok and stuff, make sure you're careful of the stuff that you say, because it's the little stuff like that, they ban you right away. I got banned for 1 week for saying the word gay. You see, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, nothing happens when you say something like that. But on TikTok, like if I was live on TikTok right now, they ban you right. They banned me for a week. Damn, that's crazy, dude. I know, right? Just for saying the word gay. Also, the last time I was at San Francisco Golden Gate Bridge. I was fishing out there, and I was talking about the suicide net that they put up so that people don't jump off and kill themselves. I got banned also because of that, because of the word suicide. Okay, and I did an appeal on it, and they accepted the appeal, so they turned me back on. But the other day I said the word gay, and that triggered TikTok to to ban me, and that's what they did. They banned me for a week for saying the word gay. Okay, so for those of you that TikTok and stuff like that, be careful. That's one of the words you don't want to be saying. Is when you say those words, suicide, gay, or stuff like that. Also, what else is? One time I played that song from YMCA. YMCA, that song, and I got banned for that too. So it's all kinds of weird things that TikTok does that everybody else doesn't do. Yes, the Facebook doesn't do that. Neither does YouTube, and Instagram doesn't do that either. But TikTok is very, very, very picky. They don't want you to be using words like that at all, at all. So yeah, you guys, if you guys TikTok, be careful with what you say. I got banned for a week. And I've had 3 TikTok accounts already, and I've lost, I keep getting banned, but I keep going. My first TikTok account, I had already had a lot of viewers. I had over 15,000 viewers, and I was getting pretty up there. But then I got banned for driving. If you're driving and streaming live, TikTok hates that. Okay, so if you're TikToking and you go live and you're driving, even if you're not the driver, you also get banned for that. Okay, that's happened to me a few times. So for those of you that do TikTok and you stream live, don't be driving. I see, like on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, I can be driving down the road. You guys, a lot of times I do that. I'll take you guys cruising with me when I go fishing or whatever, and I'll have my cameras on my dashboard while I'm driving, you know, and that way you guys can see, where I'm going. You guys can get a feel of what Sonoma County is about, the Bay Area, the places I drive through, and YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, they're fine with it. But if you drive with TikTok, even if you're not the driver, you still get banned. Okay, so be careful with that, you guys. Okay, we got Lorenzo Bandini says hi from Boston. All right, thanks, Lorenzo. How you doing over there in Boston? Must be cold, right? Boston is it snows over there, right? It must be freezing over there. Right now here in California, it's cloudy and it's chilly, but right now we're getting to the basically springtime. Look at all the spring, plants are coming back to life. The fruits, the blossoms, and everything from all the plants and stuff. They're starting to come back to life. So it's gonna be beautiful. There's a lot of flowers coming up and everything. So it's really cool. Okay, Chris says, what day will you be back on live on TikTok? I'm gonna be live back on TikTok on the 23rd, Chris. That would be this Wednesday. My ban expires on Wednesday the 23rd around like 7 a.m. So yeah, I'll be back live on TikTok on the 23rd. Thank you for asking, Chris. Lorenzo says, you from California? Yeah, this is California, man. This is California. I'm actually at my parents' house, visiting here my parents. These are our mascots here, Chato and Chela. These are our family dogs. And I'm out here. We're going to be having some coffee right now with my mom and my dad and my brother. Thank you very much. Well, Lorenzo says, well, nice, cool. You should see where I'm working at. I work up in the mountains, right? Up in Geyserville, California. Everything turning out beautiful. All the grape fields are coming back to life. The grapevines are coming back to life. There's natural flowers, coming up everywhere. Can you appeal it? I tried to appeal it, but it didn't work. They said they turned down my appeal, and so yeah, I have no choice. And just for saying the word gay, because I had a pink cap, right? And my mom was putting it on, and then I asked somebody, how does it look? And I put it on myself, and then somebody said gay on the comments, and I repeated that word, and that's what got me banned right there, just by saying the word gay. Okay, so when you're on TikTok, just be very careful on what stuff you say, Chris. There's my beautiful mom right there. Ya vamos para allá, ma.
Muy buenos días, amigos de PTCO.
Vente para acá. Ya vamos para allá, ma. Sí, mamá. Ahorita vamos para allá.
Okay.
That's my beautiful mom. Okay, dice Lorenzo says, I was born in Los Angeles. Hey, was it East LA? That's cool, Lorenzo. So, what are you doing in Boston? You moved over there? Did you move over there? Did your parents move you over there? Do you work over there? So, do you like Boston better than Los Angeles? Or is there a big difference? You know what I mean? I've never left California, so I don't know what it's like to live somewhere else. I mean, I go to Nevada once in a while to like Lake Tahoe or Reno, but that's about it. I've never really lived outside of California. You work in Boston. What kind of work do you do, Lorenzo? You're a dentist? Oh man, look at my teeth. I never took care of myself when I was younger. So you know, I'm thinking of getting, you know, like those implants. I'm thinking of doing that. I'm thinking of just replacing all my teeth. What do you recommend that kind of stuff? Because my teeth are really bad. I don't really like showing people my teeth. You know what I mean? But you're a dentist. You're a professional. You've seen it all. So you know what I mean. I wish I would have taken better care of myself, but you know, life is life, right? All right, Chris says all the ladies are missing you on TikTok. I know, right? Man, you know what? When I'm on TikTok, I get a lot of views. Like when I'm doing when I do my morning shows here with my mom and my brother and my father, I get about sometimes I always get usually over 2,000 views. Sometimes I'll get like 10,000 views on TikTok. So TikTok is jumping. It's very fast, very fast. You know, people are commenting left and right. I can barely even read the comments. On YouTube here, as you can see, it's slow. Facebook over here is slow, and Instagram down here is very slow. So when I'm on TikTok, people keep commenting. They get involved a lot more. So TikTok, you know, it's jumping and jumping and jumping. But the only thing I don't like about it is that they restrict you hella easy, very easy. You know, just by saying the word gay the other day, I got banned for a week. And then when I was at the Golden Gate Bridge, just by saying suicide, I was explaining the suicide barrier they installed there at the bridge, you know, to prevent people from jumping off. I got banned for that. So the way they did the suicide net on the Golden Gate Bridge is so when people jump off, that net catches them, you know. And so most of the time, the people that have jumped off of there, they get so scared that they don't do it anymore. So it deters them from doing it again. Okay, and so you can't be talking about stuff like that on TikTok. You gotta really watch what you're saying on TikTok, you guys. So for those of you that TikTok and stuff, be careful. Okay, they say also you can't even drink on TikTok. That's right, you can't drink and you can't smoke either. One time I was here at my parents' house, right? And I was gonna take a break. And so, you know, that was on my first TikTok account. That was on my first TikTok account. And I didn't know, you know, because I was new to TikTok and all that. I just simply went like this, and it was a zigzag, you know, the orange zigzag, the zigzag man rappers. I just went like this, you know, I'm gonna go roll one, blah, blah, blah. I went like that, and I took it off the camera right there, and that did it right there. The AI catches stuff like that. It reads the label, you know what I mean? And that was enough to get banned right there, just because of the zigzag rolling papers, because I showed them like this real quick. That was enough to get banned for like a week. Okay, and also if you're drinking on TikTok, you know, if you could the AI, it can read your drink. Like if you're drinking Budweiser, it knows you're drinking alcohol. You know, if you show a bottle of tequila, it knows you're drinking tequila. You know what I mean? And if you're smoking, just, believe it or not, just the smoke, the AI catches the smoke, because that happened to me. I was smoking a joint, right? I was smoking anyways, I was smoking a joint, and I wasn't going like this, you know what I mean, and doing that. I wasn't doing that at all. So I would go like this, you know, and I would just go over here like that, and just the smoke going through the screen like this, that was enough to do it. Because when you get a restriction or a ban like that, it lets you know right away why. Okay, so that was why, because of the smoke. So I learned my lesson. I've learned my lesson the hard ways, you guys. You know what I mean? So now, right now I got one strike on my TikTok account. I got one strike. You get 3 strikes and you're banned for life. Okay, then you got to make another account and start all over. Then you got to start picking up followers again to be able to go on live, because you got to have like 1,500 viewers to streaming live. And so it takes a while to pick up those viewers again. You know what I mean? You have to do a lot of videos again. You have to, you know, ask people to follow you. You follow people back. And it takes quite a while to get another 1,500 viewers to follow you. Once you start going live again, it's like me. Once I got banned from my first account, it took me a while to get 1,500 viewers again. Once I did that, once you start going live, people start following you right away, especially if they recognize you, right? Oh shit, that's what said. So boom, they follow you right away. So then you start picking up followers hella quick. But to get the 1,500 viewers and followers, it takes a while. So for those of you that TikTok and stuff like that, I definitely recommend just being careful because TikTok's got the AI and it catches all that stuff. If you're smoking, they ban you. If you're drinking, they ban you. If you say the word gay, suicide, killing, murder, rape, uh, all that kind of stuff, and they catch that right away. Okay, so that I've learned my lesson the hard way, you guys. So I'm just kind of like letting you people out there know that if you TikTok, you definitely gotta be careful when you say anything. Basically, think about it twice before you just start rambling off. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I mean? Okay, Bunk 3S says, said, can you say my name? Yeah, Bunk. Yeah, Bunk. Your name is Bunk. Is that right? All right. See, also, this has happened to me also, you guys. Once in a while, I'll have a viewer that has a weird name. That has a weird name, like that's an insult. And if you repeat their names, TikTok catches that, and then you get banned for that. So when you get somebody that has a weird name, don't repeat their name, because the AI on TikTok catches that, and then you get banned for that. Okay, so I know bunk is not a bad word, but I always try to, like when I read my comments now, I kind of try to read ahead so that I don't repeat whatever, because that's happened to me before. Also, my viewers will comment something negative, and then I'll read it. Boom, you get flagged right away. And so I try to not read negative comments. And then also when I get people that are doing that, they do it on purpose. They do it on purpose because they don't like you, so that you can get banned. You're welcome, Bunk. 3S. So when you do that kind of stuff, people do that on purpose. People will comment negative things so that you will repeat it, and then you get banned for repeating stuff like that. So my advice to you is to kind of read ahead on what people comment before you repeat their comments. You know what I mean? And you learn the hard way, basically, you guys. Ok, dice aquí Marco Flores. Right on, Marcos Flores. Yeah, I have another friend named Marcos. He goes by Marcos 707. He's a family painter. He actually painted my parents' house here. Look, what do you guys think? Isn't it beautiful? I helped him out. I was his chalan. And he painted my parents' house all the way around. We were sanding, we were prepping, we did all kinds of stuff. And I'm not a professional painter, but I've been doing construction for many, many years. I mean, I've painted houses before, but not professionally. Okay, so I'm not saying I'm a professional, but by helping a professional that does it all the time, you pick up a lot of stuff. You pick up a lot of stuff on how to do it the right way, the professional way. Okay. All right. Good morning, Martinez. Gino. See, Gino. Martinez Gino. How you doing? Good morning over here on Instagram. We were just talking about how I got banned on TikTok and stuff just by saying the word gay and then by saying the word suicide. So you really need to watch out what you say on TikTok. Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, they're nothing. You can do basically anything and everything. You can smoke on here, you can drink on here, you can drive and stream at the same time. But TikTok, no way. No way, okay? They banned you right away. Buenos días, carnal. Dice aquí Martinez Gino. Buenos días, carnal. How you doing? You doing good today this morning? It's kind of cold. And I'm getting ready to have some coffee right here with my parents and my brother. And then I'm going to be going off to work, you guys. So, yeah, I'm just getting ready. Right on, Martinez Gino. Appreciate you being here, homie. And so, let's go inside and get some coffee now, because it's getting cold. All right, let's go. So anyways, I was just out here with our little dogs. This is Chella, by the way. She's our female mascot. She's a blue-nosed American Pit. And she's super friendly, you guys. Okay? She's super, super friendly. She's so quiet. She never barks. You know what I mean? And this is Chato. Okay? So I was out here kicking it with them for a little while. You know what I mean? because they miss me too. Sometimes when I'm over here, I forget to come and say hello to them. So I was out there looking at them for a little while. All right, let's make some coffee. 7 a.m. Hi, Dad. Bien, papá. This is my wonderful dad right here, you guys.
¿Sí?
Sí, le estoy diciendo a la audiencia para que usted es mi papá.
Perdón, perdón.
Ajá. Vamos a hacer un cafecito aquí. ¿Le hago unos, papá?
No.
Yeah? Okay. All right, you guys, let me make some coffee here, okay, you guys? Let's make some coffee here. All right, dice aquí, Chris says, does it feel different without TikTok? Yes, big time. You know what, Chris? Big time. When I'm on TikTok, there's so many people asking me stuff and commenting because they participate on TikTok. TikTok is fast. You know what I mean? So many people join, so many people comment and... Café? Sí, papá. So many people get involved on TikTok that it makes it interesting. You know, when I'm just on YouTube, Instagram, and YouTube, and Facebook, like I am right now, things are very, very slow, okay? And then also, not that many... Oops, ya le iba a echar azúcar, ¿sí mirates? Ya casi le echaba azúcar a su café. Pues no estaban poniendo atención. ¿No hay café? ¿No?
Buenos días, hijo.
Hi, mommy, beautiful.
¿Cómo estás, hijo? Mira, ahí está.
Oh, thank you, mommy.
Ahora me dormí.
It's okay. Yeah, this is my mom, you guys. Look, my beautiful mom.
Muy buenos días, amigos Azteca Geo, y aquí estoy saludándolos, aunque tarde, pero seguro, primeramente Dios.
Mm-hmm. ¿Con este, papá? ¿Así? ¿Sí?
Pues, igual como cuando, ¿cómo te dijeron? Un café es una cucharada y
¿Qué tiene, papá? Sí, papá. All right, you guys. So yeah, it's very, very different when I'm not on TikTok, you guys. It's to be
¿El
out.
agua? ¿Hirvió? ¿Está hirvió?
Sí, mi papá dijo que ya estaba lista. So it's very, very different. It's a big difference not being live on TikTok because like when I go live on TikTok, people come on live right away. Hell, people, and a lot of people like to see my mom on TikTok because she's her favorite Azteca Health mom.
No, yo no soy Azteca Geo. Ma.
Sí, ma.
No.
¿Cómo no, ma? Tú eres la mamá de Azteca. Tú eres la mamá de la Azteca Health, man, ma. ¿Tú crees que entonces cómo no vas a ser la Azteca Health, ma?
Mi mamá es de Tarasca.
¿Tú eres de Tarasca, ma?
¿Eh?
¿Eres de Tarasca?
Pues sí, pero no de la tribu.
No, de la tribu, no. Yeah, Chris. So see, a lot of people like to watch my show because of my mom. A lot of people like to, they like to get advice from her. They like it when me regaña, and a lot of people like to hear her prayers. You know, they like getting the blessings she gives us before I go to work and stuff. So a lot of people on TikTok, they love that. They love to watch me in the morning because of my mom. And then during work, I'll be working and I play songs for people. I do song requests. You know, if you want shout outs, I do shout outs for people. You know what I mean? It's your birthday and stuff. A lot of times my regular viewers, they'll tell me, hey, it's my birthday today. So I'll sing them a happy birthday song. If they're Mexicanos, I'll sing them Las Mañanitas and stuff like that. Okay, so yes, it's a big difference between being live. Because like right now, look, I'm live on YouTube here. I'm live on Facebook over here. And I'm live on Instagram down here. But compared to just TikTok by itself, all these other networks are very slow compared to TikTok. When I'm live on TikTok, it's very fast. Fast. Especially because people do like to see me. People do like to see me. They think I'm a clown or, whatever. And so I do get a lot of viewers on TikTok. I'll get thousands of viewers on TikTok every morning. Just on the first show, I'll have at least 2,000 viewers. Sometimes I'll have like 10,000 viewers in just one stream. Okay. And what I've also noticed is that when there's more people, I find more things to talk about. Okay, because sometimes people they'll come up with a subject and then I just keep on going from there. You know what I mean? So it's very fast, very fast. If you're the only thing I don't like about TikTok is that they're very delicate. You know what I mean? With that AI, anything you say, you get banned right away, and that sucks. So you got to really watch out what you're saying when you're on TikTok. You can't just say anything you want to. You can't say the word gay. I'm not on TikTok live right now, so that's why I'm saying it. You can't say the word suicide. You can't say rape. You can't say racist things. Sí, mamá, gracias. My mom says she's already burned all her spoons. Check it out. She puts them on the stove like this, and then she turns out the heat. And then my mom says that makes them more sterilized. And that's the way she does it. Okay? Thank you, Mom. Okay, Mom. Hello. Okay, guys, so let's go sit on the table. And we're gonna have our coffee, and we're gonna have a sandwich. Okay? Let's go. Come on. I'll bring you with me. Thank you, Mom. Yo me voy a ir a trabajar. Let me get some. We usually put some lechera milk in here, so let me go get it.
Los huesos de aguacate y cuando los raya uno se ponen amarillos. Ahí está la leche.
All right, guys. Okay, all right, we got Nintendo. What's happening, Nintendo? It says, ¿qué onda? Time for some
Estos son
puro
los huesos de aguacate.
Saguayo, Michoacán. ¿Onta la capirotada? Dice aquí Nintendo.
Aquí le mando un trucho también tengo.
Dice mi mamá que te manda un trucho
De capirotada.
de capirotada.
Pues ahí.
Órale, dice Nintendo que él es de puro Saguayo, Michoacán. Yo pues la verdad que no conozco para allá Nintendo, yo nací allí en Puro Ándero, Michoacán, pero...
Estos son los huesos de aguacate. Y este es cuando los rayo, ya los que han mirado, ya se pone seco y los debe de hacer uno cuando están frescos, para que no dé tan duro. Y luego ya seco, lo seca pues por ahí nomás así, o lo saca al sol y luego ya lo muelen y viene a hacer el polvito. Pero si ya nomás así se lo quieren comer, está bien. A mí me gusta molerlo.
Y diles para qué es, ma, diles para qué es bueno.
Pues es bueno para el empachado, es bueno para la dolencia de huesos. Cuando le duele a uno las coyunturas, cuando siente como charpiazos como un toque eléctrico en las rodillas y se le quita.
Okay.
Se le quita.
Let me show you guys what my mom's talking about, okay? My mom's talking about this. Look, she shreds these avocado seeds after she eats the avocado.
Por ahí te pongo ya molido porque...
Ahorita les voy a explicar. So what my mom does after she eats her avocados, she takes the seeds like this, okay, and she shreds them on a cheese shredder, okay, like this. And then what she does is she puts it into a little coffee bean grinder. She's got a little machine. She grinds it in that little machine and she makes it powder after this. See, so it's a two process thing. Once she puts it into the powder, she lets it dry, a little bit longer, and then what happens is she uses that as tea. And what that is good for, it's a remedy for like if you have sore joints, your muscles hurt, your bones hurt. That's really good for like arthritis. You know what I mean? That's good for that. It's a remedy for that, and it's also good. My mom says for upset stomach. Like if your baby's stomach hurts or your stomach hurts, you know, this avocado seeds is excellent for that. Okay, so that's one of my mom's remedies, and so that's why she was sharing this with you right now. Okay. Okay.
Cuando tengan una pizza que les den en cucharas regulares de estas, lávenlas y ya cuando están enjuagaditas, le prenden a la cazuela y para que no traiga por ahí algo de formas que pueden tener hiper, esa enfermedad que es contagiosa. Pero aquí todos estamos sanos por ese lado, pero ya estamos para la tos, se pega la tos, ustedes saben.
Okay.
Es un humilde consejo, no es de...
Okay, mom says that like when you have a lot of guests over and you know and you serve them with your spoons, like let's say you have a little party or you have a party, and you know you use up all your silverware for the party. My mom says she recommends that after you wash them, to put them in the stove on a pot, on a pan, and then you turn it on with the fire. And then what the fire does is the fire will sterilize your silverware again. My mom does that after when you know she says that when you have a party or you know you have people you've never seen before, or whatever. But sometimes people have diseases, and sometimes people have sicknesses and stuff like that. They can spread to your family. So my mom recommends that. She says that you should put your silverware in on top of the fire on the pan, so it sterilizes it. Okay, or just if you have guests, just use plastic silverware that's disposable. But my mom doesn't do that, so she uses her silverware, and so that's what she does. She will burn it on the fire on a pan, and then that's how she sterilizes her silverware. Okay. All right, so check it out.
Aquí tengo la capirotada para escuchar.
Ok, Nintendo, mira, aquí está la capirotada que hizo mi mamá, mira. Okay. Dice que te la quiere enseñar, como ahorita le preguntaste. Esta es la capirotada que hizo, mira, check it out. Ok, you guys,
Y
capirotada.
ya nomás agarro tantita, la caliento en el oven chiquito,
Ajá.
le pongo donde dice pita en un sartencito, en una charolita,
Ajá.
y luego ya cuando acabo de almorzar me como mi esta con avena.
Cool, mom. Okay, you guys, for those of you that don't know, capirotada is a traditional sweet bread that people make during Easter, okay, especially in Michoacán. And so it's a traditional bread that's made in Easter, when like today's Easter, right? Madre, ayer era el día Viernes Santo, no? Yesterday was the day when Jesus got crucified. And so that capirotada.
Ayer era Viernes Santo.
Ajá.
Ayer fue el día que crucificaron a nuestro Señor, a nuestro Padre. Por lo tanto, estamos de luto, pero no para siempre, porque él resucitó al tercer día y se fue al cielo. Y también no es bueno andar la gente enseñando sus cuerpos, porque Dios dice, haz y en mi presencia llegarás, ¿eh? Y eso sí le perdonó a Santa María Magdalena, porque andaba por ahí pues paseándose, pero ella se arrepintió y por eso es Santa María Magdalena. Y no es bueno andar enseñando nada, ¿eh?
Nada.
Y sí, y el que enseñe, pobrecito, ¿cómo le irá a ir cuando llegue allá? Sí.
Cool, mom. All right. Buenos días, Ricardo Davila. Buenos días, ¿cómo están? Okay, you guys, so today is Saturday, April the, I think it's the 17th or the 18th. Let me double check.
Oye, esa cafetera me
It's the
gusta
19th.
porque chifla cuando ya está.
It's the 19th, you guys. Yesterday was Friday, Good Friday. My mom says yesterday was when Jesus was crucified. Okay, and she says that we're in mourning for that, but not forever, because Jesus he overcame death. He came back to life after the third day. Okay. So yeah. So anyways, that's what my mom says. Okay, you guys, I'm getting ready to go to work now, so I'm gonna be saying goodbye pretty soon, okay?
Mmm. That's good.
Pues aquí estaba en la mesa, miren
Peanut butter?
el pinabaro.
Mm-hmm.
Se llama crema de cacahuate.
Crema de cacahuate, ma.
Sí,
Cool, ma.
yo me la voy a hacer sola. A mí me gusta solo. Porque la hiel está muy buena, pero se me quebró el pomo ayer.
Uh-huh.
Todo y todo. Se me resbaló y como está el piso, pues se hizo ahí una regazón.
Terrible, mom. All right, you guys. So,
Este es el pan más bueno porque tiene semillas de calabaza, avena y ajonjolí, y es muy nutritivo. Es
está bien bueno.
bien bueno y bien nutritivo.
Mm-hmm.
Es ¿cómo se llama? El de trigo, pues. Ahí tiene un viejo ahí
A ver.
de la tribu, mira.
Se llama Dave's Chili Bread. Dave's Chili Bread.
Es el de la bolsa verde y el otro también. El otro no tiene tanto, pero este sí es puro.
Mm-hmm.
Puro trigo.
So the other day I cut my finger, you guys, as you guys can see. I was laying some block and since we cut some of the rebar off, rebar is super duper sharp. And I was laying the block like this. When I went down, it sliced my finger. It was bleeding really bad. I couldn't get it to stop bleeding. But so what I did is I put on a little piece of rag on there and I put on a glove and I just kept going. And it hurts a lot. Okay, we got Bruce. Garfield. Buenos días, Bruce. What's happening, homie? ¿Cómo estás, Vale? Hoy es sábado, April the 19th. Estamos aquí. We're drinking some coffee with my mom, my dad, my brother here, and I'm getting ready to go to work. So, just decided to do a stream right now. My mom, as you can see, she's making some sandwiches, and we're getting ready to go to work, you guys. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
Yo lo pongo con cuchara porque es más fácil, agarra más la cuchara, más crema.
Bruce dice, en el trabajo. Órale, Bruce, qué bien, Bruce. ¿Acabas de empezar o ya casi terminas? Acá en California van a ser las 7:20. Y ya son, ¿verdad? Ok. Nintendo dice, ¿les gustan los Bookies? Sí, claro que sí. Pues los Bookies son de los más chingones grupos que ha habido de todo México. Y a mí sí me gustan los Bookies. Pero la mera verdad, ya cuando Marco Antonio Solís salió de solista, ya como a mí ya no me gustó. Sus canciones como que no. Pero los Bookies sí, todas las canciones que cuando estaban con los Bookies, los originales, todas estaban chingonas. Okay. Y ya Marco Antonio Solís, ya de solista, ya sus canciones como que eso para mí ya pasó de moda. Uh-huh. Está buenísimo el café. Y está mejor con un pedacito de sándwich. Sí, ya te digo, sí, los Bookies, una chingonada. Cuando los Bookies eran los Bookies, vinían aquí a Santa Rosa, ¿verdad? Aquí en Santa Rosa, California, estaba un hotel que se llamaba el Tropicana. Era el más grande aquí de toda la área. Y los Bookies venían aquí a tocar aquí. Los Temerarios también, y grupos así nos venían, ¿verdad? Dice aquí, Nintendo dice, estuvo chingón cuando vinieron a Oakland. Órale. Pues eso ya hace muchos años, ya ves, ya cuando eran los Bookies. También vinieron aquí a Santa Rosa también, ¿verdad? Y ya cuando se separaron y que Marco Antonio se hizo solista, pues ya se creía muy grande, y una vez le hicieron una entrevista, ¿verdad? En la televisión, aquí en la Univisión. Yo me acuerdo porque todavía estaba jovencillo. Le hicieron una entrevista a Marco Antonio Solís, ya cuando era el solista, ¿verdad? Le dijeron que cuando venía a Santa Rosa otra vez, le preguntaron, ¿verdad? Y este vato dijo, no, yo a Santa Rosa no voy porque no tienen no tienen los lugares adecuados para mi grandeza. Se sentía la gran cagada del mundo. Y pues a mí me cayó gordo ya después de eso. Sorry, thank you, bye bye. 2023, ok.
También vinieron una bruja que se
un reencuentro, ok. Ok, Bruce dice, empecé a las 5 trabajando en un nursing home doing laundry. Órale, vato. A las 5 de la mañana.
Oye,
pues.
trabajé en una nursería también yo.
No, pero él dice nursing home. Un nursing home es donde atienden a los viejitos.
Oh.
Donde
Pues allí también yo trabajé, donde están los viejitos jubilados.
Ajá.
Sí.
Allí es donde dice él.
Y nomás que un viejito me dio una cachetadota y entonces pero sí su señora le dio su buena cosa.
¿Sí, ma?
Sí, porque a mí me encargaban del sal y barcos para todos los viejitos, la fruta y todo allí en ese lugar, se llama Vale Orchard, y me dijo el esposo pues, de una viejita, dijo, tráeme un café. Y luego le dije yo, no damos café, nomás ahí está lo que quiera.
Uh-huh.
Y que me dice, bolas, pues me dijo pues una grandotota,
Uh-huh.
y que me da aquí por la oreja, y entonces yo me puse a llorar, y que dicen, ¿por qué llora? Y le dije pues al cocinero, porque el señor me dio una cachetada bien recién. Y que la viejita allí que se lo agarra y que le dice, ¿para qué le pegaste a mí? Pues a mí pues.
Uh-huh.
Y yo ya que me salgo dije, tengan, yo ya no trabajo, son retachos los viejitos.
Bien hecho, ma. Ok, Nintendo dice, y las jilguerillas son de mis favoritas, primo. Esas sí las puedo escuchar todo el día y toda la noche. Yo conozco las jilguerillas en persona también. Vinieron aquí a Santa Rosa una vez, y luego fueron a Napa. Y yo y mi amigo don Roberto fuimos a verlas en persona.
¿Don Guarache?
Sí, don Guarache. Y estábamos allí mero enfrente. Ellas estaban tocando ahí en un jaripeo. Cantando, pues, pobrecita. Una de ellas ya no podía cantar muy bien. Se le olvidaban las palabras. Y la otra, pues ella sí todavía arrancaba. Pero me tocó la suerte de estar ahí mero enfrente y me saludaron la mano a mí, ahí me saludaron, y pues no las conozco pues, pero cuando menos las saludé. Y sí, pues a mí las jilguerillas me encantan todas sus canciones, ok, toda la música así ranchera, me encanta, ok, las jilguerillas, también Dueto América, pues todas las músicas así es chingona. También las vecinas.
Y a mí me gustaba también escuchar el grupo Miramar.
Ah.
Tocaba.
Cool. All right. Sí, primo, a mí me gusta toda la música así mexicana, tradicional, ok, rancheras y eso. Yo pues la reciente no la escucho, porque te voy a decir que sí. Como es que Peso Pluma y que el narco corridos y eso es perder mi tiempo. No solamente es negativa toda esa música, pero no la entiendo. Yo mejor no escucho nada de eso. Ok, pero toda la música ranchera, con Antonio Aguilar, me encanta Antonio Aguilar. No más que como Pepe Aguilar y su hija de ellos, eso es puro wiri, eso no sirve. Ok, pero Antonio Aguilar, sí, el señor, su mamá de ellos, Flor Silvestre, ok, cosas así nos encantan. Ok, sí, basura, ajá. Narco corrido. A mí, como yo en mi show, yo les pongo música a los que me miran, hago song requests y eso. Y la mera verdad, cuando me piden canciones así, no me gustan. Si son narcocorridos, no los pongo, porque eso es negativo. Y si son música si me piden música de los Bukis, se las pongo con gusto. Pero cuando es de Marco Antonio Solís, pues si se ganan la canción, sí se las pongo. Pero no me gusta oír su música de ese compita. Ok. Pero cuando eran los Bukis, sí, de lo mejor. Ok, dice aquí, Nintendo dice, la música tumbada. La música tumbada. ¿Cuál es esa? ¿Cuál es la música tumbada ese?
No, yo no la conozco.
Dice mi mamá que no la conocemos.
Me habla en inglés.
Es como hablar el inglés a mi mamá. Entiende muy poco.
No creas, y sí también se la creo.
¿Cuál es esa música tumbada, Nintendo? A ver, explícame, por favor. Yo pongo de toda clase de música en mi show. Pongo rock and roll, pongo oldies, pongo freestyle, pongo corridos. Natal Cano. No sé ni quién es esa persona. Ah, no. Como te digo, casi no escucho nada de la música moderna mexicana. Me gusta lo ranchero, eso sí me encanta. ¿Ok? Dueto América, cosas así, me encanta. Me encanta mucho también ¿cómo se llama? Ramón Ayala, Cornelio Reina, Los Invasores todos esos me encantan. También basura, también basura. Sí, y casi, no sé, pero yo la música moderna, mexicana, casi no la escucho porque no la entiendo, y nos va muy recio, y por eso pues a mí me gusta más lo ranchero, clásico y eso sí le entiendo. Los Solitarios, pues esos sí son chingones para que vean, eso sí, los Freddys. Grupos así, los Ángeles Negros, los Azules, los Verdes, eso sí me encanta. Pero ya la música moderna mexicana, yo no le pongo atención, la mera verdad. Es como la música en inglés, ¿ok? Yo pues, me he creado aquí en Estados Unidos, ¿verdad? Y me gusta la música en inglés, me gusta rock and roll, me gusta también hip hop y eso. Pero toda la música moderna en inglés tampoco no la escucho porque no la entiendo. ¿Ok? Pero lo viejito, old school y eso me encanta. ¿Ok? Yo no sé si soy Stevie B, Stevie B es uno de mis favoritos. Todo lo que es freestyle, me encanta todo. Porque toda esa música se le entiende bien lo que están diciendo, el mensaje que están diciendo, y la música es chida. ¿Ok? Toda la música moderna más y no se le entiende nada. ¿Ok? Sí, Stevie B, me encanta mucho Stevie B, The Egyptian Lover, Too Short, Trainier and Friends, todo eso a mí me encanta. Yo en mi trabajo lo pongo todo el día, cuando lo estoy escuchando, ahí me pongo a bailar y eso.
Selena también.
Selena, mamacita, chiquita, lo que se tragaron los gusanos. Y todo eso me encanta, porque a esa música sí le entiendo, ¿verdad? Y muchas damas les encanta Selena, a mí me gusta ponerle Selena en mi show y ahí bailo con Selena como si estuviera bailando pues con ella de verdad, porque esa música sí es bonita, esa música sí es buena, no como todo lo moderno. A mí para lo moderno no me inviten, por favor, mejor no voy, ¿verdad? Y me gusta mucho lo old school y lo clásico, a mí mucho. Y MC Hammer, he's alright, MC Hammer's alright. I mean, no es, my top 10 or nothing, but he's alright, Pero sí, yo la música, la mera moderna, la que va saliendo, yo no le pongo atención. En veces, sí, se oye medio chidillo, pero mejor no. Yo cuando escucho radio le pongo en lo viejito. Ok, también cuando yo pongo música que me gusta a mí, siempre pongo de lo viejito. Ok. Alright. Entonces tú, Nintendo, vives allí en México, ¿verdad? Pero también viviste acá entonces, ¿no? ¿O where? ¿Aquí en Estados Unidos? Y el piporro, son de los mejores, ¿verdad? Qué chavalazos ese señor. Y ese sí es cómico, para que veas. Es cómico y canta a la vez. Y luego se echa el taconazo y todo eso. Una chingonada. Aquí mi mamá y mi papá, cuando nosotros estábamos chiquitos, cuando éramos niños, mi mamá y mi papá, ellos rentaban muchas películas del piporro, de Antonio Aguilar, de los hermanos Almada. Y todo eso, ¿ok? Y yo cuando estaba chiquillo, yo grababa esas películas. Cuando ellos las rentaban, yo las grababa y se las vendía a otras familias que no, you know what I mean? So eso era el dinerillo que yo ganaba. Sí, mucho el piporro. Kimberly, what's happening, baby? Aquí está tu Kimmy, ma.
Hey, Kimmy. ¿Cómo
Kimmy,
estás?
Kimmy dice, good morning, happy Easter weekend. Thank you, Kimberly, appreciate that, babe. Oh, we were just talking about that. Yesterday was the Easter Friday, right? Yesterday was the day that they crucified Jesus. And my mom says that right now we're in mourning because, you know, they killed Jesus on the cross many years ago. But she says we're only in mourning for a little while. Then we're supposed to get all happy again because Jesus beat death. He came back to life. Okay? ¿Verdad, Mom? So yeah, you guys. Anyways, I'm getting ready to go to work here, you guys. I gotta go. All right.
Ahora no salió Lennon lleno.
Okay. Kimberly says, yeah, Good Friday. What a blessing, right? Yeah, yesterday there was all kinds of celebrations yesterday because of Good Friday. And my mom, she was telling me all about that yesterday. You know, my mom, as you know, she's really into all this. So that's how I get my information. I don't remember all the holidays for Christianity and all that. So most of the time, my mom's the one that reminds me, and she explains to me why, you know, and so that's why I like to hear from my mom. Okay, Nintendo dice, que tengan un buen día, familia chingona. All right. Gracias, Nintendo. Que tengas un buen día usted también, que Dios lo bendiga.
Yo conozco el Nintendo, pero solo el que les compré cuando estaban chicos, un Nintendo, ¿no?
Sí, sí. Mi mamá dice que ella conoce el Nintendo, pero el que nos compraba cuando estábamos chiquillos. Mi mamá, she used to buy us a Nintendo, right, when we were kids. Ataris and all that. That's why el nombre Nintendo para mi mamá, ella luego se acuerda de los juegos que nos
Era
compraba.
una cosita así, ¿no? Un aparato o algo.
Sí.
Que lo miraban en la televisión, en una...
Sí, mi mamá, when we were little kids, my mom would save up money. All right. My mom would save up money. Ella guardaba su dinerito y lo ahorraba. Y luego ya cuando le acumulaba, una primera vez que nos compró un Atari, ¿ok? Y no eran recién que ya acababan de salir las Ataris, no, era ya cuando tenían años que habían pasado, porque todo eso valía mucho dinero cuando estábamos niños nosotros. Con mi mamá, ella ahorraba y ahorraba y ahorraba, y ya cuando le alcanzaba, nos compraban una Atari. Luego ya después cuando salió Nintendo, nos compró un Nintendo. Pero no era cuando acababan de salir, porque pues estaban muy caros y pues, nosotros éramos pobres. Pero mi mamá, gracias a Dios, ella sí ahorraba su dinerito.
¿Todavía somos?
Sí, todavía somos y somos contentos así, ¿no? Entonces mi mamá, ella se sacrificaba para comprarnos a nosotros los video games esos que los niños americanos, ellos ya los tenían por años. Pero pues nosotros éramos pobres, no podíamos comprarlo luego cuando acaban de salir, ¿ok, guys? Ok. Salud. Ok. Dice aquí Nintendo, dice. Estas son memorias muy bonitas. Sí, por eso las memorias muy bonitas nunca hay que olvidarnos de ellas. Hay que repetirlas para que no queden en el olvido. ¿Verdad? Mi mamá cuando nosotros éramos chiquitos, ella en veces tenía de a 2 trabajos. Iba a 2 trabajos y de todos hacía todo su trabajo aquí en la casa, you know, y nos mandaba a todos a la escuela, nos daba de comer, nos limpiaba, todo, y tenía dos trabajos a la vez, ¿ok? Y pues ella trabajaba mucho, mi mamá, cuando ella estaba...
Hasta limpiaba casas yo.
Ajá.
Y luego pues también ya después trabajaba en restaurante, en una fábrica de filtros, en los hongos y todo, muchas cosas que yo trabajé.
Sí.
Y en la nercería también trabajé.
Yeah, you guys, so my mom, people just look at her like a cute little old lady, but you know what? My mom has had a lot of life experiences in her lifetime. My mom has worked in many different kinds of jobs. She's done all kinds of amazing things for us, okay, you guys? So we're very grateful to have my mom. And my dad also, okay? I don't really talk about my dad that much sometimes and stuff, but...
Un día se va a resbalar, esa no es buena idea.
Oh.
Si quieres, tiene unos de plástico que se pegan con el piso.
Así, pero ayer
Claro, yo le miré y ya se me iba a dar la madre y ya van dos veces.
Pues
Y
sí, ahora
no es buena idea eso.
Sí,
Estoy preveniendo, pues yo trato de cuidar los.
Ok.
All right, you guys, I'm gonna go now.
Porque se le cae la taza, el vaso y todo.
I'm gonna ask my mom to see if she can say a little prayer here for us, for those of you that need a little prayer.
Es que ya hay que tirarlo.
Sometimes people are, you know, you feel sad.
Cuando se mete chato, ¿sabes por qué se mete chato? Porque todo lo que tira mi papá, antes debes de dejar lo que se mete limpio mejor que las copas.
Con una aspiradora, ma. Okay, you guys, so for those of you that are, you know, in need of a little prayer, you feel like you're alone in this world, you're not. You know, God's always there with you. And so my mom's gonna say a little prayer here for us in a minute, and give us our blessing. So remember, you're never alone, okay? Never alone. You might feel alone, but you're not. Muy bueno tu café, mamá. Muchas gracias, mamá.
Tú te lo hiciste solo, pues a ti te lo hiciste a tu gusto.
No, sí, madre, pero es la receta que tú me enseñaste, ma. O sea, pues yo lo
hice. Sí, la leche bien buena.
Yo lo hice.
Con esta también hago la gelatina yo.
Yo lo hice de la receta que tú me enseñaste.
Y luego le pongo la grenetina primero y ya, pues si me preguntan un día les digo. Yo creo que ni van a hacer nomás.
No, madre, quiero que sepas que mucha gente sí le gusta ver tus recetas, le gusta ver tus remedios. Como este remedio, mira, este remedio, this is a remedy that my mom has been showing people. People keep asking her how to make it. So this is how she does it. I'm explaining to you, right?
En el rallador del queso ahí.
Okay, so this
y por ahorita ya el polvito ya no me sirve en mi café.
So these are avocado seeds, okay, from the avocados. Okay, so what my mom does is when they're still fresh, don't let them dry too much because then they get super solid. You gotta do it, you know, like basically, you know, after you get the seeds, don't wait days because they harden up. So what my mom does is when they're still soft, she takes a cheese grater, okay, and she grates it. She grates it into these little strand thingamajiggies, okay, as you can see. Okay, and then after that, she lets them dry for a little bit, okay? Sometimes she'll put them in the little toaster, you know, for a little while. And then what she does is she puts them into her coffee bean grinder. She's got a little grinder machine, and she grinds them up so they become fine powder. And then what she does is she puts them into hot water with like tea, like she would as if it was a tea. And then she drinks it with like that as a tea. And so that's... Ya les expliqué. So what she does, she drinks the tea from the fine powder, and my mom says that that's very good for those of you that have joint pains. You know, you got joint pains, or upset stomach, you know what I mean, stuff like that, arthritis. So this stuff is great for that. Okay. Okay.
Hagan su comida y les sale más barato. Y yo no digo que no vayan al restaurante, vayan. Yo también me gusta ir, pero teniendo comida uno todo el tiempo, no tiene que andar allá gastando, porque no está el tiempo para desperdiciar.
Okay, you guys, ya me voy a ir. Jen Cruz, how's it going? Jen Cruz says, good morning. You're just in time, Jen. Madre dice aquí, Jen, que te saluda. Dice, hi, mom.
Yo también los saludo.
Eso
Que
es.
estén muy bien y cuídense mucho. Encomiéndese a Dios cuando salga de su casa y pídale regresar con felicidad.
Mom said you should always be thanking God before you leave your home and when you come back. Okay, so she says before you leave your home, you know, thank God, and so that way He can guide you on your way, on your journey, wherever it is you're going, and then when you come back. Elma?
Sí.
All right, you guys. Madre, pues ya me voy ahora sí, madre. ¿No nos puedes decir hay una recomendación
Sí.
para la gente? Mucha gente le gusta ver, porque les das su bendición y les rezas le rezas un recito. Dice aquí Jen Cruz, dice, yes, amen. Órale, Jen. So I'm gonna be going to, yo me voy a ir a trabajar. Mi mamá ahorita nos va a dar una bendición aquí para todos ustedes que la ocupen. Y aunque piensen que no la ocupan, sí la ocupan. Okay? Even though you might think, I don't need a prayer, I don't need a blessing. You do. The more, the merrier. All right, Kimberly says, I'm going to bring my kids to an Easter egg hunt nearby. Hey, that sounds like a lot of fun, Kimberly. That sounds great. How many kids do you have, Kimberly, if you don't mind me asking?
Una comunión espiritual, La oración de la comunión espiritual. Creo, Jesús mío, que estás realmente presente en el Santísimo Sacramento del altar. Te amo sobre todas las cosas y deseo recibirte dentro de mi alma. Como si ya te hubiese recibido, te abrazo y me uno del todo a ti. Señor, no permitas que me separe de ti. Amén. En nombre sea de Dios Padre, de Dios Hijo y de Dios Espíritu Santo. Y vayan con Dios. Es que en veces uno no puede comulgar, pero también puede rezar la oración espiritualmente mientras se confiesa y que sea de verdad. Pero Dios escucha a uno, nuestro Señor. Dios me los bendiga.
Cool. Thank you, Mommy.
Digo.
All right, you guys. I'm going to be heading out now. Thank you very much, Kimberly. I hope your kids have a lot of great fun on their little hunt. And wish you the best, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. I'll be live later on at work if you guys want to see me clowning around. All right? Thanks a lot. See you later. Bye, Instagram. Thank you, Facebook. Bye-bye. 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 Bye, everybody on YouTube. Thank you very much.